Okay, how's it going, everybody? It is MrScaryMuffin, and I'm just gonna make sure my microphone is on because I did this recording one time and my microphone wasn't on, so we gotta do this a second time. Okay, we are gonna be making a sand generator today, and I will be basing my build off Unilogical's build. It's roughly 11 high, 10 wide, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep. It's actually pretty space economical considering other builds that I have seen. It doesn't even require that many stuff. I got emails. Only needs 5 pistons, 2 of which are sticky pistons. Needs a bunch of redstone, and it needs about 5 rails. This is the clock mechanism, of course. So what happens is that when you flick the switch on, it will power the rail, the power rail that the cart's on, and the cart will start moving back and forth between the two, and then it'll click on this detector rail, and the detector rail will activate these upper pistons that pushes the block downwards, or rather that pushes it over sideways, and then it falls down. When it falls down, it will land right here, and this little repeater will connect to that redstone, and that redstone comes around this way. It powers on this sideways piston as well as the sticky piston above it, and it will also power up the sticky piston on this side as well, right there. And I'm just gonna make sure I get a good recording of this on video just so I can see exactly where things go, and then we're gonna try building this as we go. I'm going to be making a couple changes to the design myself, mainly because there's a couple things that I do want to change with it. I want to change how, instead of using a lever to activate it, I want to change it to something else. Yeah. I guess we'll start with the rail side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in. I don't think these repeaters really make a difference, but we'll note that there are 2 anyways, and it connects to that. I think the biggie is that thing pushing it. Hopefully the clock will tick at the correct time, and we'll get everything. We got a couple of obsidian pieces here. They're not really necessary, but they will stop the sand from punching right through our little generator occasionally when there are glitches. And he's got 2 of them here, but I don't, and got 1 outside. I don't think the 1 outside is really necessary. Sand will fall down eventually. Okay. Alright, I am building this, not for myself actually, I'm building it for Mongoose, so I will meet you guys when I am over at his place. Okay, we are back, and we got some space dug out for us. It's not quite big enough, but that's okay, we'll work with it. We'll just dig out space as we need it, because we don't really need it perfectly 10 by 10. We do need 7 from the back, including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go here-ish. Where should we go? Yeah, you know, let's mark here. This is going to be where the piston, or not the piston, the plate is going to be, the standing plate. And I will need some rails for rails. Goody. Okay, got some of that. So that is going to be connected underneath the floor. Probably will need some of this too. So as long as the player stands on this, it will power up the rail that needs the power, and the rail will travel back and forth roughly, I probably should have taken a look at the video first to see how far away it needs to be. If I remember correctly, it was roughly about here. Bam, bam. Need the detector here, and then bam. Okay, and that will be powered up by that. Let me just use that torch for now. Don't have stone on me, so I can't make a button yet. Or plates, rather. That's okay. Okay, yes, we can do it like that. And then that will be powered by the plate. Now start running back and forth. Then the detector rail here will go up and over. And that will be all behind the scenes, so that's good. Um, Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick check. We'll come right back. That's a short one right here. Okay, we're back, and Mongoose is jumping around. So I moved it back a little bit because I realized I needed more space in the front, and I got some smooth stone now. And so here's the part where we stand on, and that's going to power up the rail here. And that rail's all powered up. I will donate my cart to his little thing there. And now when you stand on it, well, if you continue standing on it, the cart will continue going back and forth. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. So then we can connect this up to a powered station. I believe this is where he had the repeating torch. And then that will go something like this, I believe. Make sure I'm not standing in the way. Get rid of this stuff so I can keep it if I need it. And yeah, so I just made the plate go underneath, touch that. It will power this. This will blink on and off. And I believe that powers that. Yeah, cool. And this will feed into the other torches, the other torch that will power up the upper pistons. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna make sure I got this right here. Might as well put in this one here while I need it. That's the bottom path for the Lucky Go thing to connect with. Yep. I'm pretty much flying by the seat of my pants here because I have no idea what's going on. Just gonna take a quick review of my previous video. So that goes behind here, and I think, if I'm correct, it connects over here to another redstone torch. Yeah, you know what? I'll be right back. Gotta get full handle of this first. Can't just keep going back. I'm getting hungry. Alright, I think I got this. So, I was almost right. It has to go back down here to connect to this torch. And then this will power both these pistons, which will push the sand block down. Yeah, when the cart starts doing the moving. There you go. Perfect. So that's about the speed of it. And then they will push it out, so it will fall roughly right here. Which actually is a little bit off from the pressure plate. Should have made it all a little bit one to the left. Oh, little miss there. But I don't really feel like redoing it, so let's just move the pressure plate over instead. This pressure plate is important because I want it to be one of the pressure plates that breaks the sand coming down. So let's just move that in. And then that will make it go, yeah, it'll fall down here. And so from here, is that right? Let's seems to be missing ever so slightly. Maybe this track needs to be longer. Okay, well, we'll revisit that in a bit, but in the meanwhile... nope, that should be right. Okay, yeah. So in the meanwhile, this needs to be the pushing piston. That is also going to be our smart detector. So this sand doesn't actually need to be here. It should be just a cobble. So it's going to land there, and then it's going to push out. And in order to do that, we need to make a repeater. So let's make ourselves a repeater right now while we have 2 torches. And I will need some more of those. So over here is going to be our repeater, and it's going to be powered always on. On the other side of this is going to be the path for that redstone. Once it gets powered, it'll go around behind, and it will... Can't have that torch there. Let's put it over here. Whoop. That's fine. Go around and connect back up here. And on top of this is going to be a sticky piston. That gets powered. Cool. And then we can stack some sand there. Is this actually... I think this might be a little off. Whoops, I'm standing on it. Okay. So when it comes down, it will land here and it will trigger that. And this should also go around and trigger the other sticky piston that I don't have right now. Should go around. Let's just get the wiring done. Just so we know. If other sticky piston should be right about there, facing up, if I'm correct, and we'll need a clear space for it to push up and over, just in case. Stone picks, so slow. Okay, so this will need to be an upward sticky piston. Let's just put a couple blocks there. That's where I'll wire to. Whoop. And where's that wiring? That's not it. Where's my wires? Actually, I could just run it right here. No, I can't. So indecisive. Go like that, and like that. No, that won't work. Huh. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some grub and then get that last sticky piston. Okay, we are back once again, and I've got my trusty melons on me, and yeah, I realized one of the things that I was doing wrong was that this piston actually needs to be 1 up higher, and then this torch will power both these pistons like so. So I've got that one done, and that sand now needs to be stacked 3 high. And I've shifted down the platform a little bit, so you walk down and you step on that stone plate in order to activate the circuits. That way, a nice little grotto for you to stand in, and when the sand comes down, it falls at least 1 block and it will go away on that. Now that we set things up this high, should have... Well, let's go get our last piston. Okay, now that we've gotten that 3 high, it should allow us to place that and wire it without any problems, except, you know, getting up there. Come to me. That goes right. Let's see, if I put it here, it goes 1, 2, 3. No, that's not right. It has to go 1 down lower. 1 lower. There you go. And then 1, 2, and 3. And that will get powered. Let's not run the risk of them powering multiples. So, whoops, I got myself stuck in here. Let's do it like that. And run it along here like so. Yep. Get myself out there. Let's go put in that wiring. Whoops. So I'll go in there. Go in there. Go in there. And it'll go up there. Now hopefully, if done correctly, everything should work correctly. We don't really need the obsidian blocks, but I think this is pretty much exactly the same as what we saw from Unlogical's build. Don't quote me on that though. We're going to test it out right now and we'll see how it goes. Not quite working. It's got the double pulse here, which is what I was looking for. But I was hoping that when they disappear, the stickies will jump up. Let's see. It's just that this cart, when it starts off, it doesn't quite get that bounce back as fast as I wanted to. I wonder if it's because this is dirt. I wonder if I just changed that and just removed these things that might be slowing it down. Yeah, because I do want that to go faster. What a joker. See, now that part sounds familiar. It's just that it's not doing the thing at the right timing. I wonder if there needs to be some sort of delay. So this thing going back and forth is going at the right pace. It's strange that it's not working. It's pretty much exactly the same design. And it's got the double pulse going on. Oh, I guess we just should make sure that this pulse indeed does power up our stickies. So that will power that up, that's right. And oh, it doesn't seem to power our stickies. That might be our problem here. I see. This apparently doesn't count. So why don't we run one wire here. There you go. That gets that sticky up. That gets both sticky up. That gets everything up. Okay. Now let's try one last time. And if this fails, then I really don't know. We'll have to come back and see how it goes. Nope. The timing is not right. Like the clock doesn't kick in until now. It always has a little bit of a startup time for some reason. Always seems to have a startup time for some reason before the clock starts moving correctly. I think it has something to do with the fact that those two are delayed. It doesn't allow the sticky pistons to push when they should be. There you go. That almost worked. Let me just... Okay, let's give this a shot again. Almost got it. It's just this clock mechanism is not quite on in the right thing. Yeah, it's not pulling back soon enough for some reason. Well, I got 56 right now. No, I got 58. No, that's just because two more just dropped for some reason. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this is working. Well, let's try powering only the circuit right now, and then let's go and... okay, yeah, it is clicking off. So let's try dumping this sand while it's up here. Still not replicating the sand, that's the problem. Okay, there we go. Now maybe it replicated a little bit, I think. Or the sand just gets stuck up in the air. Not sure how that happened. But let's see if I actually ended up with more sand than I started with this time. I did. I just replicated two pieces. Cool. Either that or they'll disappear in midair. Oh, okay, I guess they'll just disappear in midair. Interesting. Did I duplicate any pieces this time? Nope, still just one. Okay, I'm gonna go try to figure out what's going on here, because that's a little bit annoying that it's not quite perfect. Okay, this should be the last one if I got this right. I should have known something was weird when I had to shift my platform off a little bit. So basically what I ended up doing was I shifted everything else up over to the left, including the upper pistons, and yeah. And then I made sure that the sticky pistons were connected nice and close. Hopefully this will work this time, otherwise I am absolutely out of ideas. This is pretty much exactly the same as Unlogical's build. I think even this is not necessary. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, okay, so that is like the final thing. Now it's exactly the same. Should be absolutely nothing different. I mean, other than this switch thing going on. Ugh, still doesn't go back. Now it's going back. That is frustrating. Okay, I think what I might do as a last ditch thing, we're going to attempt to use an inverter here. Well, I guess first let's try this first. Let's see if it can... We'll do the sand test once more. Let's just stand up there. Oops. Okay, almost got the replication going on. Bow. Oh, so close. Oops. Okay, why don't we just go double up here? It just disappeared on me. Still not duplicating the sand. We got the little freezy action going on right now. Okay. That's not working out for us at all. And again, it takes a long time for this cart to start bouncing back and forth. terms of timing, it's about the same as Unlogical's one when it gets to this point. But it's, for some reason, it's not starting up immediately like that. And that's what's bugging me right now. Let's see what happens when it just starts, shall we? Actually, yeah, we'll just go wire over here. That way I can just power it from here and take a look. It's that first one that doesn't quite click. And then after that, it finally decides what it wants to do. But that first one is what's screwing us up right now. The fact that it's not doing it correctly the first time. Really don't know. I mean, it might be one of those rare issues with the sound generators that if you're doing it across a chunk, or if you're doing it in a weird way, if it doesn't work, then you're supposed to just rotate the design and try again. But I frankly don't want to rotate this design and try again. Might require an expert eye on this, but I'm going to try making an inverted, re-inverted thing here, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Yeah, something like this. Working with glitches is hard, you know, because you gotta hope that it works out properly. And that, see, again, it doesn't pull back at the right time. I think that's what the original delay circuit here was for, is to make sure that it gets back in time. And I wonder if I shouldn't just make some kind of repeater here, just to purposely try and delay it a little bit. Alternatively, we can also extend this rail a little bit inwards. Give that a shot as well, because it's that first one we're missing. So let's try that as well first. And this will be the last thing I try. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Boop de doop de doo. Nope, they're still not pulling back. They're getting stalled. They're not supposed to get stalled like that. They're supposed to snap on and off. Maybe if I put the detector rail over here, then we'll have that little delay. I just basically wanted to go and snap on and off, because when the thing flashes, it's just not working out. Almost. Still getting delayed. In the end, it's all this clock's fault, really. And it is 5Y was exactly what Unilogical had, and I made sure of it. I went back and checked. I wonder if we really just need to use a lever instead. Lever, I thought it was just so he can save redstone. I don't see why it makes a difference. But if it works, right? Oops, I forgot to put the stuff in. Put the stuff in the muffin. Bloop. It's not working. Okay, I give for now, guys. If you have suggestions, let me know in the comments. Help me figure out what's going on. Thanks. Bye.